You are about to listen to Let the Weak Say I Am Strong by Job Mothiba. Copyright 2018, Job Mothiba. Narrated and produced by Ian A. Miller and published by TekTime. Let the Weak Say I Am Strong. Acknowledgements. This book is dedicated to all nations of the earth, my family, friends, and my spiritual leaders in the body of Christ. Special appreciation and thanks to Cornerstone Christian Family Church and all the social media communities, especially those on Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. Introduction. Have you ever been asked in an interview about your weakness? You would find yourself in the situation that, on one hand, you don't want to mention your weakness, thinking it will make you lose out on the job. On the other hand, you're still expected to deliver an answer, and you end up saying you don't have any. Being asked about your weaknesses in an interview may be intimidating. After all, you're there to show them how capable you are, not to talk about what you're bad at. Everyone who is born of flesh and blood has some weaknesses, but not everyone is aware of his or her weakness. Many of us believe we are weak only when we suffer defeat and sin. Far from it, that is not the reason. The reason is that we are not aware of our weaknesses, and so we are not crying out to God in our need before we fall. We do not present ourselves before the throne of grace to seek our great and compassionate high priest. For we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Hebrews 4:15. He calls us in our weakness, even when he knows we will do it wrong. He puts his priceless treasure in these earthen vessels of ours, our body, because he delights in doing the impossible with nothing. His strength is perfected in our weakness. We are like clay jars in which this treasure is stored. The real power comes from God, and not from us. 2 Corinthians 4:7. So let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious God. There we will receive his mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it most. Hebrews 4:16. 1. Defining weakness. The Gospel writers often used the word weakness to describe many illnesses Jesus healed. If there were one broad explanation for weakness, it would be to lack. Weakness means we don't have what it takes as humans. It means we are neither sovereign nor omnipotent, nor invincible. We are not in control. We don't know everything, and we can be stopped. We are limited and inadequate. There is one weakness in people for which there is no remedy. It is the universal weakness of lack of ambition. Napoleon Hill. But with me, one of my ambitions in life is to be a great teacher of the Word, sharing my knowledge and experiences of Christ to the world. However, in my walk with God there are some moments when I do feel weak, when I do feel inadequate and in need of strength. Have compassion on me, Lord, for I am weak. Psalm 6:2. Becoming weak or vulnerable is something we can experience daily, and some days it may even feel worse. This shows how much we need God in our weaknesses. But the Lord can be trusted to make you strong and protect you from harm. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. Jesus Christ himself was considered weak by the Romans, because he went to the cross like a lamb to the slaughter. Likewise, as Christians we can be considered weak, because of God's humility working in us. In fact, we are also considered as sheep to be slaughtered. Romans 8:36. 1:1
Sample complete. Ready to continue?